and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of In This Very Ring. It's a big weekend. Here we go.
Oh my God!
I'm embarrassed!
He's flying!
Oh, come in. It's almost time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and like I said, welcome to another edition of In This Very Ring, right here live on A2D Radio. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and if you're listening to us in the car, well, then you're late. We're on streaming platforms like Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Spreaker.
Google Play?
Google Play.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
It's a new setup. It's a real new setup.
Want to make sure.
It's sponsored by GoFuckYourself.com. Okay? So.
Somebody grab this man a Snickers.
Oh, it's going to be nice tonight. But before we get into all the chaos and the fun of what should be a really good week in wrestling, we do want to thank our sponsor, Allen's Travel. Allen's Travel specializes in creating vacation of your dreams at Disney, Universal, or wherever your heart calls you. Let their talented team of travel experts, including yours truly, create a custom vacation for you without any of the stress. Allons-y on over to allons-travel.com/take the trip. And we can start planning your next magical vacation as early as tonight. Walt Disney World 2024 packages go on sale May 31st, so we can start planning your 2024 vacations almost immediately. Like I said, guys, allons-travel.com/take the trip. We thank them for sponsoring tonight's episode. I am, because I forgot to do intros because of this jackass right here. I am Ritz. Thank you for joining us. This man right here is Butters. No fancy openings, no fancy intros, because fuck this guy. Okay?
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Shit, that's like not even a foot for you.
I am home.
Exactly. It's not
This
even a
is
foot.
my home. Some weeks I don't leave. So good. Anyway, so this is going to be a big, giant preview show tonight.
Bigger than me.
Because of Comic Palooza next week, there's a very good possibility that Butters and I will not be able to do any type of show, whether it's a preview show, like an actual live reaction show, completely out of the question for both shows. A post show for Night of Champions is probably out of the question as well, just depending on time and setup and different things like that. Although I do want to talk to you after this gets done. That may change. There's a small possibility that may change. And yeah, so between that and then Double or Nothing, the next night he'll be doing cleanup and closeout from Double or Nothing, from Comic Palooza.
Oh, I'll be at Double or Nothing.
Yeah, he'll be at Double or Nothing. So there's no shot of us doing anything for that either. We're going to take this opportunity. We're going to run down both cards, and if we have time, we're going to talk about NXT Battleground. I want to focus on the bigger pay-per-views rather than just trying to fit Battleground in and maybe cutting our Double or Nothing conversation short, or our Night of Champions conversation short to make up for it. With that in mind, our topic of conversation tonight brought to you by our friends at SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. Dr. Paul Vidal and his team, Specialized Physical Therapy. 2 locations, Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our Dr. Bacon, yours. Double or Nothing will be the better pay-per-view next weekend. Agree, disagree, let us know in the comments. Butters, I'm going to give you the option if you want to answer now. I personally am going to let the night speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to run down both cards, mostly because I'm not 100% solid on the Double or Nothing card. I need a little bit of a refresher.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, when I had to literally look at both cards today when I wrote the show this morning, because I was like, shit, what are the I had the refresher for the card, so it is fresh in my mind. So I think I will take, and when Ritz gives his, we can always go back over what, I had to say.
Yeah.
But I feel if I was just to look at the cards, period, just look at the cards, I feel Double or Nothing will be the better pay-per-view of the weekend. Now, that's not to say, that, WWE might have the lesser card, but they may put on the better show or vice versa. But for me personally, looking at the matches, the match types, the cards for both sides, what's at stake for both sides, I feel like at the end of the day, end of the weekend per se, Double or Nothing will be the better card, better pay-per-view.
So when you take a look at both cards, and then we're going to do that for me pretty much live here on this show. We're going to run down the Double or Nothing card. I honestly know maybe 2 matches. AEW's kind of been in the background, and I know I caught a lot of flack last week after our clip posted. I saw some comments.
I guess I didn't see those.
I saw one, and some genius who has never commented on our show at all decided to call me out for it's not that big of a deal because I went off the handle about all that stuff. Talking about how it's not bigger than Roman beating Cody or whatever the hell. What I have to say to you is, your point.
Has he ever watched the show?
I don't know. No, I don't recognize the name. But my point with that is, right, I'm entitled to an opinion.
Yep.
Just as you are. Whether I'm right or wrong, whether you're right or wrong, guess what?
That's his opinion.
Also, yes, that was good. I like that. That's my opinion, too. But, that being said, I'm open and I'm honest about my thoughts on professional wrestling here. Don't sugarcoat anything. I don't hide anything. So, in the spirit of that, we're just going to run through the cards, and I'll answer it as I go, because I've been so busy between this and the travel agency and being at the dealership and getting ready for Comic Palooza in my own way, that I've kind of not paid attention to AEW a whole lot. Plus, I don't like the product. I like the wrestling. Like, when you sit down and you watch the matches, I like the wrestling. But unfortunately, the way that professional wrestling is right now, that's only half the battle.
Mm-hmm.
The storyline, the participants are the other half. The entertainment side of it is truly the other half. My point to this is I can't base it on just liking the wrestling. I have to look at both sides. I have to. Right? Because a match can be absolutely great, but the story can be dog shit and the match not mean anything 3 days later on Dynamite. Or
which has happened with most of their champions.
Right. Or 2 days later on Raw. Or a week later on SmackDown.
Yeah.
It all plays into it. So that being said, we're going to leave that up there like we do every week. That'll be our overarching topic of conversation. Can Night of Champions be a better pay-per-view than Double or Nothing? And vice versa. Can Double or Nothing be the better pay-per-view than Night of Champions? We're going to start with Night of Champions. Mostly because it's the one I have up right now.
I have the AEW card up.
Perfect. And Night of Champions, WWE, I can't believe these words are going to come out of my mouth. WWE statistically has the smaller cards in comparison to AEW. AEW feels like every pay-per-view is a fucking WrestleMania. I've been to these things. I've been to movie theaters with you where we're just sitting there and it's like 6 hours in. To the point where they have stopped serving me food.
Are we done yet?
Not because I've eaten too much. No. I can't even get a drink by the time the main event goes on the air. That's the fucking problem. So let's jump right into things. I want to start with probably the easiest match on the card. Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca, obviously, and Asuka both of SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are they doing?
Turning Asuka heel and giving Bianca another feud.
No. Why is it still for the Raw Women's title?
Because I don't think they know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to these
How
titles.
hard is it to do a transfer?
They did it with Becky, Charlotte, but then, I guess with the whole bullshit between those two ladies. But then again, we're talking Bianca and Rhea. They can easily go, here you go, thanks for the title. Or, this is just my thinking, maybe they don't want to do the title transfer in a sense that, because it would mean now, hey, I just got the Raw Women's Champion. Now was the SmackDown. Now I'm the Raw that just added an extra title reign.
No! And I love you. I do. You always try to justify some things. And you always try to come up with some cockamamie answer. And it's respectable.
They did it the last time.
To a degree. Then you get to a certain point
Or you just want to say shut up?
where I'm just like, Butters, you know better. This is just lazy. This is maybe an attempted viewership, right? Bianca on Raw, on SmackDown, holding the Raw Women's title. Oh, what? She's on SmackDown. Why does that say Raw? That's dumb. That's fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the only explanation I have. There is literally nothing else that tells me, hey, Bianca should be the Raw Women's Champion.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I think Asuka takes the title home here.
I think so too.
I think it's time to end Bianca's run. Unfortunately, I got a lot of love, a lot of respect for Bianca. She's just not it.
My thing is,
When it comes to being the champion, after a while, move on. Because you're the EST. Prove it.
but you're being given this John Cena / Roman Reigns Superman run, and everybody's getting tired of it.
And the problem is her stories are not as compelling as Cena's was. You got love Cena, hate Cena, tired of Cena. They were always compelling stories. Most people wanted to see John get his ass kicked, but you wanted to see that. Roman, for a while there, we wanted to see Roman get his ass kicked. And then it was, wait, what's next for the Bloodline? Now it's, who the fuck's going to beat him? There's been a progression.
Mm-hmm.
Bianca is just, oh, that's Bianca. She's the supposed EST of WWE. She's not saying anything.
My question is, why are we not having them feud with women from the opposite rosters to just swap the titles back that way? Instead of keep going, hey, I'm a SmackDown superstar feuding with a SmackDown superstar for the Raw Women's title. Why can't we just go SmackDown superstar versus a Raw superstar to swap back the titles?
Because then the draft has no meaning.
No.
So
What I'm getting at is Bianca takes on a Raw superstar so they can get the Raw title back, and then vice versa with. Or will that still have the draft hold no meaning?
Still has a draft. I gotta give WWE some credit.
Mm-hmm.
We've done a great job. Granted, we're 2 weeks removed. You're not go. I don't care that you hold the Raw Women's title. You're not showing up on the USA Network on Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Rhea. I don't care that you hold the SmackDown Women's title. You are not showing up on Fox on Friday night. Right? So we've done a really good job at that.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta commend them a little. But then at the same time, okay, guys, we're 2 weeks removed. You mean to tell me in 14 days, the combined 200 years of experience between you assholes, nobody can come up with a way to get this done? Short of just saying, Here's your title. Here's your title.
Because they did that, years ago with the tag titles, right?
Yes!
They just had them swap.
All right, so let's take a look at the Pete Evans, Yo Jabronis. Well, no, Joe Jobbers. What's cracking tonight? Make sure you guys check out Pete Evans every Thursday night on Birds of a Feather. My Fandemonium co-host Frank Besby chimes in. What's crack-a-lackin'? He agrees to the poll. Really looking forward to the Four Pillars match. John's jumping in saying 6-hour pay-per-view is worse than what? Yes.
God damn you, John. I caught the last part.
Yeah. And then SJM86, what up, fam? Ritz, a.k.a. Paul Bear, professing the facts. I'm not going to lie to you. One of my biggest pet peeves is people making fun of my voice. He gets a pass because he doesn't know, and I can't just rip on him right out the gate, right? That's not fair to him or her. I don't know who that is. Truly can't stand when people make fun of my voice. I can't do anything about it. I truly can't. It's the one thing I can't control. What?
Nothing. I'm just fucking with you.
Okay. No, I'm being a little serious here, right?
No. I know you're being serious.
The Paul Bear bit is funny. I'll give it to you. It's funny, right? I apologize if I don't react the best way moving forward because it's just, I can't do anything about it. My weight, I'm fat, fine, right? I can control that. I choose not to. Fuck you. But my voice, I can't do anything about it, right? I would strain myself trying to mask my voice more so than anything else.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Frank?
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
All right, so I'm going to come. Frank just sent me a message regarding the TNT title. I'm going to read it when we get to that match. I hope it makes sense then. So let's keep moving on. Bianca or Asuka?
Asuka.
Okay.
I don't think Bianca's going to be able to avoid the mist this time. Whether she gets hit with the mist or not, my point was.
Yeah.
Asuka winning it.
Yeah, the mist is such a huge variable.
But I think end of the night, end of the day, whatever you want to call it, end of the day for us, because, Saudi Arabia show.
You're like middle of the day. Fuck you mean?
Into the middle of the day.
I honestly think I will be in the Arrow panel when this starts, and I'll probably be meeting Stephen Amell by the time this ends.
If I hear, there was a ruckus in the Stephen Amell, panel,
It means he and I sat down and started watching the Cody match.
No, it'll mean he started screaming over something stupid that happened.
Oh no! Don't think I won't be like, hey, I think Cody's going on right now. You want to get out of here and go watch it? Or if I walk in and be like, hey man, how come we don't have Cody's match on right now? What's going on?
Damn.
And by the way, SJM, I appreciate you being here. You were on. I think you were on Fandemonium too. No, he just commented. Paul Bear, not in the sense of making fun of your voice, but that it's unmistakable. It's a genuine compliment. Well, all right, I appreciate the compliment. You lay it out that way, I do appreciate it. But you can take that so many different ways.
See that, and this is why I hate text messaging or any kind of messaging in general.
So much gets lost in translation.
Taken way out of context.
Not necessarily out of context. There's just multiple ways you can look at it. Mm-hmm. It's all perception.
Yep.
Right? Gunther versus Mustafa Ali.
I'm torn on this one only because they're in Saudi.
I'm torn for two different reasons. So there is we all met Jax at WrestleMania. And if you've been following me for the last 7 years, you've known Jax from the start of me doing this and us coming to HD Radio and everything like that. Jax really likes Gunther. He really likes Gunther. And don't get me wrong, he kind of wants to see Gunther lose the Intercontinental title, so he's available to go after, I think, Seth Rollins, when we get to the bigger title. But if Mustafa Ali is the one to beat Gunther, I think Jax might have a coronary. embolism, that is.
You do realize this is WWE and how they love their underdog stories, right?
No. So, mine's more for the reaction from my friend, right?
No, I get you.
The other part of me says, damn it, wouldn't it be good for Mustafa to just a good redemption arc for Mustafa after the whole retribution failed heel attempt,
wanting to get released and
just all that bullshit.
Plus, they're in Saudi. That would give the biggest pop of the night right there.
Oh yeah.
I just have a bad feeling it's not going to end well for Mustafa Ali because, I mean, Gunther's on this, nice long title run that I think
Gunther's a monster.
He could beat the Honky Tonky Man's, record.
Gunther's a monster.
I think it's like before Survivor Series.
It's only like 456 days.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's right around Survivor Series time, I think, is when he could beat the record.
So I want to pause. John says, if you guys were pro wrestlers and had your own entrance music, what song would you choose to lead you out to the ring? Fuck.
I listen to so many songs, and I always think to myself, would that be a good theme entrance for myself? I do that a lot on the way to.
So I do a lot of karaoke.
Uh-huh.
I do a lot of karaoke, and there are some songs like if you ever decide that you're actually going to come out one night. I've asked.
I know.
Even for my fucking birthday, this guy doesn't show up. But my point being,
I didn't know it.
Yeah, lying asshole. When I go out, a lot of people are like, oh, are you doing Mulan tonight? Because I do Mulan's I'll Make a Man Out of You. One of my other songs is, are you doing Backstreet Boys tonight? Because I do I Want It That Way. Right? I do In the End. But one song has just seemingly followed me. Now, granted, the Mulan song I've gotten recognized at restaurants. Hey, you're the guy that does Disney at Baker Street. I do that at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's the song that you remember? I've been singing since 9, and that's the song you guys remember.
I mean, I've already pretty much established myself a song for myself that I like.
So what's yours?
You've heard it.
Okay.
It's by Sabaton, called To Hell and Back.
So mine, so funny. Mine's Brand New Man, Brooks and Dunn. And there's a story behind this. And only because of this story is why I think I settled on that. At least for now, with everything going on in my life, right? I could pick a Disney song. I could pick In the End. Like I said, I rap Stronger by Kanye, right? Dirt Road Anthem. I'm all over the place. Well, I'm going to get to the comments in a second.
No, I was just...
Good ones. But we're at Bill and Adrian's wedding back in December. And the setup is there's a big, giant room out to a sunroom, and then you go out to, like, the reception area and everything like that. It's day of, the day before, something like that. We're getting set up, and Bill and Adrian are inside this big room talking to the wedding coordinator. I come in the sunroom. We got music playing. We got 90s country playing the whole weekend, just in the background as we're doing things. I turn the corner just as Brand New Man starts up. And I saw the light, I've been baptized, like that very first bit. And I was like, wow, this was like coming through the curtain. I really don't know how I feel about this. But it was perfect timing. And it happened again one other time. I forget where I was, but it happened again one other time. So that would be the song, in all honesty. So, all right. SJM says, agreed. Phone calls, a voice mate. You understand? 37 can't say text messages that leave you unknown meaning or that make it difficult to decipher sense of humor. 100%.
I'd rather spend 2 seconds calling somebody.
Spend a day having a conversation with people like Tom Arnone. Voice message. I love the guy, but so I'm like, I have to keep, because he's from New Jersey, and I say fuck with a comma. Right? Like, fuck to me is a comma there. I throw in an AirPod Anytime Tom Benson. I don't care if I'm at home by myself. Because you never know what's going to come out of his mouth. And I love the guy. I do. But SJM goes on to say 100% Bret Hart for me or Batista's Walk Alone. He goes, misread the question, original song and entrance. Chris Jericho's band Fozzy has this song that's perfect called I Still Burn. Recently, the Guns took a great entrance song choice from 50 Cent's catalog, Many Men. And John says, my song will be Frank Sinatra, My Way. Those are some solid choices.
Yep.
But back to Night of Champions, because I feel like this is just literally us sitting here talking about anything but wrestling right now.
You act like we don't go down these rabbit holes often.
We really do. I love it. I don't love So, I want Mustafa Ali. Moolah. Let's get down to business.
Right?
2 defeat Gunther.
Damn. No, I'm just gonna go with Gunther. I'm gonna go with the obvious choice, of course.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In reality, Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
My own personal amusement, Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. So,
is this supposed to be a regular match or like a no hold?
It is a regular match as of right now.
I thought they added a stipulation to
They
it.
might be playing around with one. I
Okay.
think I did see that rumor too. But let's just lay it out there. Cody won at Backlash in the most bullshit way fucking ever.
The fruit roll up a doom.
It hurts because you're right. It hurts so bad. Fuck. Brock needs to win or don't come back.
Cody's winning this 100% hands down. He's moving on to finish the story, broski.
I'm okay with Cody winning. I need you to understand. Get that through your margarine-filled brain. I'm okay with it, but don't lose like a bitch.
I'm sorry, but in a realistic world...
In a realistic world, you're Brock motherfucking Lesnar. Don't lose like a bitch.
Brock's a bitch, period. I'd say it to his face.
And you die. I need to make everybody aware that Butter's opinion is not the opinion of Ritz, and I value my life. So, Brock, wherever you are, if somehow you ended up listening to this, he did it.
I've said this before on the show.
I should have it recorded at this point. My disclaimer, because you said it, not me.
But still, in a realistic world, Brock would end up winning, and Cody has no fucking chance. But this is wrestling we're talking about here, so Cody wins this one by some sort of funky-ass means. Whether it be the fruit roll-up of doom or, I don't know, nutshot crossroads done?
Nutshot crossroads done.
Okay. If this does happen to be a match that, is a no-holds-barred or a street fight or just a straight-up beat the piss out of each other and no DQ match, then hey.
All right, so, SJM. They had Cody win that way to preserve Brock's image. Vince may have had a hand in that.
What did it preserve? No, seriously, did it preserve? Because you know what I saw when I watched it? You know the first thought that ran through my head? Well, that was really fucking stupid. They made Brock look fucking dumb.
Oh, man, that was really stupid. That was Rob's first comment.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Chromiak is here. Hey, fellas, I'm going to disagree to the poll. AEW has lost far too much steam to me. No, my brain hurt because once again, me and Chrome are on the same page, and I would really like it to stop now, please.
I thought you were going to say too much fucking steam.
I would like this feeling to go away now.
Help!
No help for you.
Damn it.
The fact that you and Chrome agree makes it great. Yeah, see, you squirm and it just.
I need a shower.
And Undertaker is the second most overrated.
Damn!
Fixed it.
We're good. Go fuck yourself, bro.
Hey. Bret Hart is not overrated, Chrome. Go fuck yourself.
You on your own. But that's a true friend. He knows how to make me feel better. But no, back to Cody Brock. I just think this isn't over,
Mhm.
right? If Cody beats him again and it's a little bit more legitimate, Chrome goes, now all is right with the world. If things were a little bit more legitimate,
Mhm.
okay, sure. But as you eloquently put it, a fruit roll-up of doom, that bastard, is what puts Brock away again.
I don't think we're gonna get a roll up 2 pay-per-views in a row.
Please see previous comment about WWE doing dumb shit. My point. So, and here's the thing. Here's the problem with that. Not only does it make Brock look silly,
Mhm.
it makes Cody look silly.
Yeah.
And some people are like, oh, Cody was really smart to roll him up. No. Because he didn't roll him up. He rolled Brock over. That was it. He put all his weight on Brock's shoulders and prayed to God that big dumb son of a bitch couldn't get up. That was it. That was what ran through his head. Yes.
Maybe he's just saying hi.
Maybe? Question mark? But I need to see Cody prove himself that he can beat Brock.
I was about to say, I need to see a legitimate pin from Cody onto Brock in order for things to be right in the world for me.
And for us to properly move on. Because if he beats Brock like that again, all it's going to do is piss him off more. And if he doesn't come back and retaliate, it's not going to be good for anybody. It's just going to make everybody look really silly. And we can't go back to that. We're past the silly. Ish. In that regard. With those two. Fuck you. I gave you every opportunity to agree with me.
I was just trying to see how far you go.
There it is. What happens to Chrome, Bret Hart overrated? I've heard you echo this before. I agree with you often, but absolutely not.
Yeah!
Ding.
SJM!
John says, Night of Champions may be surprisingly good. Anytime I can see Rhea Ripley, then I'm happy. Think the wife would give me a hall pass. She's not on the card.
Yet, that we know of.
I'm going to assume not.
I am too.
But she ain't on the card, bro.
I mean, they could add a match or two, but again, to this man's point.
You gotta do that real quickly because I think they're leaving like Tuesday for Saudi. Because I think there's a press conference Wednesday. Because SmackDown was taped last night.
Yeah, nothing great. So yeah, unless they make a match Monday night, yeah, she ain't going.
But anyway, I need Cody to do this the right way. No, I'm not answering that question. He wants to know when I'll be in the Levittown area. I'm not answering that question because I don't know, and I don't like what that I don't even know who that is. Okay, this will be fun. What's up, Ritz and Butters? I see you doing the prediction, but now Rich is getting crazy until making me laugh. Also, Butters, you're amazing. Rich, you're crazy. Just kidding. LOL. Brother BKL Contreras. Thanks.
Thank you.
I don't know who that is. But cool. But no, I really need to see. And it's not Cody, right? We know it's not Cody.
Yeah.
But I need to see more for this storyline to move on. Probably the most polarizing one. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are defending their Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships against Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa.
This is the implosion we've been waiting for. This is the beginning of the end.
The Bloodline?
Yes, sir.
I can't tell you how hopeful I am for that, but I can't tell you how scared I am for this match.
I mean, look at take Friday night for instance. Did you watch any of Friday night?
I watched enough to get by.
Roman Reigns accidental shoulder check on Solo.
Really?
Accidental, because he was pissed off at the Usos. I mean, he stopped and went like, kind of like that "my bad, holy shit," moment. But that look on Solo's face. Then you've got the Usos. They're like, "What the fuck?" We're trying to help you out here because they attack, of course, Sami and KO during Roman's big spiel. He's pissed because he didn't get to finish his spiel. My thing is, I do agree with Roman, but at the same time, ain't that what you've been wanting to fucking do all this time, Roman? Just because it didn't come from your mouth? And now he's, harping on their ass so much that it's to the point where it's coming. The implosion is coming. Impending doom.
They're all right, let's take the side that agrees with you.
Uh-oh.
The side that agrees with you says absolutely this is the best time to throw the wrench in the plans and have the Usos cost Roman and Solo the match. Solo doesn't directly attack. Solo doesn't directly attack Roman. And Roman pisses Solo off, and he's like, "Hey, go fuck yourself. Finish this on your own." The Usos, in an attempt to help Roman, end up costing him the match. Hell, they could kick their own brother for all we know. Right? They could eliminate Solo from the equation, making Roman wrestle the whole match. And that's how the Bloodline implodes. And you have Solo and Roman on one side, which everybody says is what's going to happen, and the Usos on the other, which is going to build to the Jay-Roman feud at SummerSlam and have Solo fight Jimmy. Fine. I don't hate that. But the other side doesn't agree with you. Says Roman's going to win. What better fucking way to celebrate 1,000 days? Because last night was 992. It would literally be 1,000 fucking days. What better way? By the way, what a bitch for not defending your title on your 1,000th day. You little bitch. To win the tag titles. To do what your cousins could never do.
Become Roman 4 belts?
If you see me pissed off on Saturday at any given point, you will have figured out why. You don't even need to check the phone. Don't even need to check the phone. Because depending on what's happening, I may take my lunch at that point and watch that match. It'll be hard not to get annoyed at that fact because Roman has built himself up like a god. And he hasn't lost his titles in over 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going to put the tag titles on him. Now you're killing in my opinion, you kill the men's division. The whole goddamn thing you kill by occupying 2 sets of titles. No. And yeah, everybody in that comment section is going to turn around and say, well, they're crowning a new champion that night. I don't give a fuck. Because unfortunately, and no disrespect to Seth Rollins or AJ Styles, but the more I think about this title, the more I see it as a goddamn consolation prize. This is the here, you can't beat Roman prize.
Oh my God, thank you.
That's what it is. Right? We went to Walmart, we bought a belt, we slapped a fancy little plate on the front of it.
Participation trophy.
It really is. It's a damn participation trophy. SAM says, at this point, the Bloodline storyline reaches pinnacle. It's done. Let's get it done and over with. Brother Contreras says, I see Sammy and Kevin will retain the championships until the Usos turn back on Roman Reigns. I know exactly what would happen until Roman earned them to apologize. I have a bad feeling about this. They all have Velcro now, brother. If Roman wins, it's the definition of WWE just making it into something the fans still know he isn't, nor have they ever believed. I take issue with that sentence because for a while there, we believed it. We believed in Roman when he first turned heel. We believed he was an asshole. We had a reason to boo him. We believed in it. The front part of this story was great. The back part of this story just has me wanting something fucking different. And yes, it's a problem with our generation. Somebody's going to come in there and say, oh, but long-term storytelling. It started with Jay. It started at SummerSlam. It's going to end at SummerSlam. That's great, but what about the other 2 SummerSlams? Long-term storytelling doesn't have to be a full 3-year bit. As we discussed last week on the show, SummerSlam will be exactly 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Since his return.
Go fuck yourself. Get it over and done with. Let's move on. And I pause because I like Roman. I like this version of Roman. I like it a lot. I think we strapped a rocket ship to him and we burned it out really quickly.
No, you set it on autopilot and left it.
That's a great analogy, too. For really no reason.
Yep.
You let it slow build, slow burn, rock and roll do its thing. Let it level off a little bit, and let's just enjoy the fruits. Don't take me up to, the uppermost atmosphere and just let us sit in a synchronized orbit. We're not the fucking Enterprise. Right? What are we like? That's my biggest problem. Silent Hill says, if this isn't over at SummerSlam, even I'll be pissed. And I will give it to SummerSlam. And I think a lot of people like Silent Hill, who always acknowledges his tribal chief. I will give it until SummerSlam. But my fuck, if it doesn't end there,
it's never going to end.
It's never going to end. Retire the titles. Roman retires. Put him in the Hall of Fame. He doesn't need to do anything anymore.
Yep.
Because also, I'm sorry, but you have built this as what is there left for him to do. In my opinion, Roman is still in a really good spot in his career. And you have exhausted every opportunity. The Gunthers, the Braun Breakers, the Grayson Wallers, the next generation, the Carmelos, all of them mean nothing
Nothing.
if this goes past SummerSlam.
Yep.
And it's such a terrifying thought. And yes, I'm over embellishing just a little bit. But it's such a terrifying thought that we're here. We're at a point where we've built a superstar. Like, this isn't even Hogan level. This isn't The Rock. This isn't Austin. This isn't San Martino. This isn't nothing. Because even when San Martino was champion for half a decade. Sorry, two-thirds of a decade, really. People didn't see him all the time. It wasn't social media where right now I can pull up and go, oh, let me watch this Roman Reigns match. Oh, let me watch this promo. Oh, hey, Roman's at Disney World with his kids.
Bum rushing.
Right, like, it's not this. It was the newspaper. Oh, San Martino's going to be in New York tonight. Let's hop on the train and go watch it. Or, wow, it's going to be 6 weeks before San Martino's back. Wonder what he's going to do. Because they couldn't figure it out. And it's no disrespect to Roman because he's just doing his job.
Mm-hmm.
But my God in heaven, flip a page. Close one book, open a fucking another, and start writing. These aren't the Lord of the Rings books.
And they're not part of the writer's strike, so fucking write something.
That's a whole other issue. It's just one of those things that makes me mad. Because you had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity.
You drop it?
To change course, to play off your autopilot, to grab the helm, change course, and let somebody else steer the ship. And protecting Roman. If that's the whole bit, we want to protect Roman. We want to protect the tribal chief. He's supposed to be the head of the table. That's fine. But there were a million different ways to do it.
You had Sammy. You had Cody. I mean, that's just to name a few. You could have done something with these guys. You could have, had Sammy take the helm and see if he could roll off through WrestleMania against Cody, which they would have put on a big match. You could have had Cody win at WrestleMania. Everybody would have gotten what they wanted.
And that's honestly just this year. Right? You go back and you look. Seth Rollins has been waiting in the wings. Hasn't touched Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you had a story there. And now what's going to happen? Because you're so scared of what Seth will do to Roman at this point by beating him. Here's Seth. Here's your, we're not going to put you against Roman card. Yes, it hides my drink in the But that's what we've done. And it's, and you also painted me a picture, because the next match we're going to talk about is Seth Rollins and fucking AJ Styles. AJ's not winning that belt. Look, I am an AJ Styles fan as much as the next guy. You said it last week. You don't take AJ in the OC and put them on the blue brand to turn around and have him win the Raw exclusive title.
That was kind of before I see Seth going off being a part-timer now.
No. But I think it's Seth going off to be a part-timer for a couple of weeks, knowing that he's going to come back after Saudi, right? Win the title in Saudi, come back, maybe take the Monday off, because they're gonna do a barn burner, right? They're gonna tear the house down. Be on Raw, maybe not wrestle, maybe really, really short, right? I'll give him Monday. You're not on, fine, right? But then he's gonna carry this company through the summer. He's going to carry this, I say company, the program. And really, to some extent, the company, because now people have something else to watch.
Mm.
I don't turn on Monday Night Raw. I don't turn on Friday Night SmackDown. Because after the second hour of Raw, after the first hour of SmackDown, I have nothing to do with the heavyweight title. Nothing. We're not even building at this point for anything.
Nope.
We've taken Cody Rhodes and overexposed him since after WrestleMania. We've overexposed the hell out of him. And even a couple weeks before Mania. We've taken Roman Reigns and pulled it back so far that he's barely on the show. He's not wrestling on Monday or Friday. He straps up the boot. You want to talk a part-timer? Fucking Roman's part-timer. And it's so frustrating to then turn around and congratulate him on 1,000 days as champion. You take out the and don't get me wrong, I say this preferencing, I get travel days, fine. But you take out the Mondays and Fridays that he didn't do dick.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a 1,000-day champion, asshole. You're barely 500.
No, I get you. But you do that, and that's like saying, these people that were champion during COVID that really couldn't defend the title or didn't, those days don't count either.
No, but you look at somebody like Drew, and Drew was on Raw, and I think even SmackDown. Drew was on Raw every fucking week. Tom says Andy going off again. I'm pulling a Tom.
Hi,
I'm
Tom.
monologuing because I'm right. And he would stop me if I wasn't. I'd tell him, shut up, but he would try to stop me. But Drew, every week, would come out and would do something. Defend the title or not. And I'm not saying Roman every single week needs to put his title on the line.
Correct.
But get physical.
Give me at least once a month. Fuck.
No, you are getting once a month.
Not even that sometimes, though.
Fair, okay. But in the grand scheme of it, he's only doing pay-per-views.
And that's another thing. Stop relegating title matches to pay-per-views. Give me some Raw and SmackDown World title matches. For fuck's sake.
I disagree with. I agree with you, but I disagree with you there.
Yeah, I
I'm
understand.
okay with the heavyweight title at this point being defended at the pay-per-views only, because it's. And see, that's the kind of comment I hate.
That's why I wasn't.
That right there is the kind of comment I hate. Because it goes back to what we talked about at the top of the show.
I know.
That pisses me off. And you can't save yourself. I'm sorry. You can't. But if you told me that Roman's going to defend the title against, and just for argument's sake, Cody Rhodes on Monday Night Raw, at this point, Cody's not winning. Unless Roman's dying or severely injured, at this point it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? Now, you tell me Austin Theory is going to defend his title against Bobby Lashley on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown at this point? I can see that changing. Gunther's going to defend his title on Monday Night Raw now? Okay. Fine. The tag titles are going to be defended on Monday Night Raw? Sure. Right? These are all things that are plausible and all things I'm okay with. Because, like we said, at the time of the draft, before they announced a new title, and I think we said this actually last year when they were unifying the titles, the Intercontinental title is the main title of Monday Night Raw. The SmackDown has the United States title. Let those main event, right? You build me a good storyline there, I'm sticking around for it. Okay? Now, obviously, things are going to change with the new champion, whatever. But still, Seth winning on Saturday and Roman being champion here, those guys don't need to defend the title. But be in a tag match, be in a one-on-one match, just for funsies. Right? And then at the pay-per-view, now you're going to have your match. Now this is for the title. You lose this, it's done on the big stage because you're the big champ. Right? Bright lights. That's my point. And that's why I don't want Roman, to bring it all full circle, to move on. I don't want Roman winning the tag titles because you're just going to put them. He talks about the island of relevancy, but he puts all the titles on the island of irrelevancy because none of them fucking matter anymore.
I get you.
If he wins these tag titles, I feel like in 2 weeks I'm going to be eating crow, but then that scares me so much.
Oh, come on. This way, when he wins the tag titles, he'll come on Friday night and take Austin Theory's title just for shiggles and gets. Just to piss us all off. No, I'm just kidding. But let's move on to the next match.
Seth Rollins, AJ Styles for the title, and I already gave my answer in my soapbox rant. It's Seth Rollins, but I will concede the floor to you because I'm running out of fucking air.
Breathe, my friend. Breathe. Unfortunately, it's not a hard drink, but
Don't think I wasn't tempted.
It's gonna be this match is like you said earlier, it's gonna be a barn burner. It's Seth.
I said that?
Yes.
Get it.
It's Seth. It's AJ. These two, no pun intended, it's gonna be a phenomenal match. You know.
Nice you did that.
Yeah, see, no pun intended, but still.
You should have said a freaking phenomenal match.
That would have been better.
Yeah.
I like that.
Carry on.
But end of the day, it's WWE. I see a swerve coming. I feel like AJ's winning this one.
Don't get me wrong. I'm happy either way.
Yeah, no. At the end of the day,
I like both. I think you could have told a better story with some different people. Not a better story, but just as good of a story with different people. There was really no bad choice here except for maybe Baron Corbin. I think he was in one of the matches. Or Damian Priest.
Nah.
Yes, those assholes.
But I mean, also, I'd seen something interesting today on online. But
Okay.
this is the third time Seth's been in an inaugural championship match. He's made history being the only superstar to do it. He did the NXT, the Universal, and now the new World Heavyweight.
But he didn't win the Universal.
No. It's not that he won.
But I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay.
He won the NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Lost the Universal. Law of averages, baby. You winning.
No, I get you. I mean, and that very well could be, to your point, could be a big factor in, law of averages. Hey, you know what? Won the first one, lost the second. Fuck it, 50-50, I'm winning this one.
Yeah. But so because of, and to go back to the whole question, Double or Nothing will be a better pay-per-view next weekend. We obviously haven't gone over the Double or Nothing card. We're going to do that now. We're going to take our time with it, just like we did WWE. We're going to give it the same kind of respect. But at 5 matches in Saudi, they're leaving themselves room to do a really, really good show.
Mm-hmm.
All these matches are going to be good. Bianca, Asuka, we know is good. Gunther, Mustafa Ali, 2 polarizing fighting styles, but that always does really well. You have the heavy-hitting match of Owens, Zayn versus the Bloodline. That's going to be the one people are going to talk about. Cody, Brock, if it's done right, that is going to be a great match. And Rollins and Styles on paper is a barn burner. So they have a really good opportunity to come out of this looking really good. Past that, I don't know what to tell you. really don't know what to tell you. But with that in mind, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. This is brought to you by our friends at Philly Sports Trips, and we'll be back in about 40 seconds.
Hey Birds fans, the NFL schedule has arrived and Philly Sports Trips has all the details now. Visit the site phillysportstrips.com. This is sure to be an epic season. Be sure to go there now to make sure that you don't get shut out. Join us in Tampa, LA, Seattle, or when we get revenge in Kansas City. Don't want to fly? No problem. Gather up your crew and hop aboard one of our signature boisterous bus trips to DC or New York. Sign up now and make sure to mention A2D. Don't miss out on the best Philly fan experience anywhere. Philly Sports Trip customers always stay at the best hotels and meet NFL legends. Book today.
That was brought to you by our friends at Philly Sports Trip. Make sure you guys check them out. Their website's actually pretty cool. I've been messing around on there. They are the premier travel and tailgating experience for passionate Philly fans. They're a 5-for-5 sports travel company. It's awesome. They've got a lot of stuff planned out. Definitely make sure you guys are going and checking them out. phillysportstrips.com. So this is the part where, and we got Greg. What's up, fellas? Had a huge paragraph wrote, but I deleted it, so I'm not canceled. # disagree to the poll. Well, fuck me, man. Message it to me. I'm interested.
Liar!
And then Pete earlier said, Roman's a part-timer, and what of it? His presence is still there even when he isn't there. I don't disagree. I wish I would have registered that when I was on my rant. I'm not going to go back to WWE until we, go through everything. Pete, I might message you separately about that. But I'm going to let Butters take over. I'm going to sit here, enjoy this part, and he'll ask me all the questions, and I will go on a 15-minute rant again.
AEW Double or Nothing. Woo! Sunday night. There are 9 matches.
How am I watching this at?
There are 9 matches on this card.
I'm surprised.
Surprised it ain't more. Usually there's about 11 or 12?
13.
13? Okay, I mean, they still got another Wednesday to go.
Oh, fuck, they do. I might not watch this.
They've still got another Wednesday. I mean, I could be very wrong.
I've never wanted you to be wrong more in your life.
Tony may have taken less of the powder just and realized, hey, maybe a few, matches less.
What the fuck is this?
So let's go with
fuck you. I'm sorry, I'm reading this for the first time.
Okay, so let's just go. I'll go with this one first. Go with some of the Firm versus the Hardy Party. Ethan Page, Austin Gunn, and Colton Gunn versus Isaiah Cassidy and the Hardys. In a 6-man tag team match that if the Hardy Party wins, Matt Hardy owns Ethan Page's contract.
Oh, ask the question.
No, I'm just...
Ask the question, Butters.
Who do you feel is going to win this match?
I have a follow-up question. Why do I care about this match? And I say that because, one, Jeff Hardy shouldn't be anywhere near a professional wrestling ring.
No.
I'm not going to sugarcoat that. He's up. No, absolutely not. Get off my TV. For multiple reasons. 2, who gives a fuck if Matt Hardy owns Ethan Page's contract? Right? I don't give a fuck.
I think following storyline-wise, I think Matt finally got the whatever his company was supposed to be at the time back from the Firm, because I guess the Firm owned it.
And who the fuck names their team the Hardy Party?
The Hardy Boys?
You're the fucking Hardy Boys with Isaiah Cassidy.
Well, you can't exactly be the Hardy Boys in another company.
Yes, you can. I don't give a fuck that Isaiah Cassidy's part of the private party either.
This is true.
My point here is, I don't care who wins. This is one of those storylines that doesn't pull me in and make me invested. And again, it's no disrespect to Paige or the Guns, or even Cassidy and Matt Hardy. Jeff Hardy, for me, is such a hold such a negative thought in my head that I don't want any. I want nothing to do with it. And anything that he's involved with, I want nothing to do with either, because of all the he's had multiple opportunities and has squandered all of them. You can't keep rewarding someone for failure.
This is true.
That is the nicest way I could put that. That is the vaguest way I could put that.
I mean, because you could
It's
also
an uncomfortable thing to talk about.
I mean, look at I don't know which one it was, but the Usos. I mean,
But you think about like Jeff's career went downhill in TNA.
true.
That match with Sting in 2009.
That's where it all.
That is where it all unraveled. And the fact that he was able to get jobs after that. I get rehab. I get saying you're better. But every fucking time, he has just squandered it.
I mean, you can only go so many times. I'm sorry.
And I don't. It's a polarizing topic.
I-
I don't want to get in too deep to it.
True.
I
Let's-
don't care about this.
So let's go on to the next match. It's kind of why I put that one first. Wardlow with Arn Anderson versus Christian Cage with Luchasaurus in a ladder match for the TNT Championship.
So I want to read what Frank wrote. I hope this makes sense to somebody. It's Frank, so who knows? Hello, Ritz. Hello, Buttery One. In regards to the TNT title, I really hate the build to this match. There's nothing I like how they book. No, there's nothing how I like. He really sucks at English. It's terrifying. He was a teacher at one point. There's nothing I like how they booked it since Wardlow and Hobbs. Hobbs, while yes he deserved the win, however, was ruined by a shoehorn by QT Marshall, which he should not have been involved to begin with. Then the whole QTV thing, it's stupid. It made QT stupid, it made Hobbs stupid, and it made Wardlow stupid for losing the thing to begin with. The TNT title has lost a ton of value within 2 months. Yikes. Christian in a squash, please and thanks. Hopefully can bring value to the title. Okay. I don't think I disagree with what I just read. It might have also been the worst sentence. I don't think there was a period.
Sentence structure?
Might have been the worst paragraph I've ever read from Frank. I'm just saying something. Because Frank's really good at writing.
So,
yeah. I'm going to give my thoughts on this.
Go for it.
I hate it. I love when Wardlow won.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it.
Same.
I hated that he lost like 2 days later to Powerhouse Hobbs. I didn't even realize until recently that fucking Wardlow was back and won it back. That should tell you something. I have my finger on the pulse. A lot of what happens in professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I didn't know this motherfucker was back. And what a drop he's had. Since screwing MJF against CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Being white fucking hot to being like, oh, it's you.
Oh, no.
And Christian Cage, I don't even know what they're doing with him in Luchasaurus.
I think Luchasaurus is
He's a byproduct of
bodyguard, so to speak.
But he's a byproduct of, here's what happens when you have a tag team.
You want to split them up for
where
singles?
one guy goes to the fucking moon, and the other guy just sits there with a mask on his face.
So you have a rocker situation in a sense.
Rocker situation, Street Profit situation, Heavy Machinery situation, multiple tag teams over the years.
I just call it a rocker situation.
No, it's fine, but
because that's the big
not
start.
everybody knows the Rockers. Not everybody that watches this shit's gonna know who the Rockers are.
True.
You've met these people. And Christian to be in this title match at 49 years old and Wardlow at a whopping 35.
In this type of title match.
Yes,
This is Christian's match, though.
and I was just going to say that. Yes, there's going to be some jackass, that says it's Christian's match 20 years ago. You have some, and take out the age. Take out the ages for a second. Wardlow is not a tiny man. Okay? Wardlow comes in at 6'3", 277 pounds. Of go fuck yourself.
This is why you have your bodyguard.
Christian Cage is 6'1", coming in at 212 pounds of skinny fuck.
And that's probably soaking wet.
Luchasaurus is 6'5" at 275 and moves like a tree.
I am Groot.
I am Groot.
And then you got the old man.
And you got Arn fucking Anderson at 64 years old.
Maybe he comes down with a gun. I don't know.
No. Who ain't gonna stop Luchasaurus? I'm sorry. Right?
We might get a spine buster out of it.
But
I
you
can't
put-
say that through a
But you
straight face.
put a ladder in Wardlow's hands.
Mm-hmm.
It stops being a weapon. And it just becomes it stops becoming a normal weapon. It's a weapon of mass destruction. Right? Like he could just break it off, put one on each arm, and just swing. Like it's nothing.
Battle Tonfas!
Pretty much, and I apologize for anybody that had to hear that. And I think Wardlow should retain here.
I feel like Christian's going to win it. Oh, sorry.
No. I want to expand on my reason here. Let somebody hold this title for a little longer. I know we just got done ranting about how Bianca and Roman have held the title forever. And I'm about to go on my soapbox again for Jade Cargill.
Later.
But the TNT title, because you played hot potato with it so much, let it rest.
Let it cool down a little bit.
And then you can start moving it around again. I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. Why is Christian winning?
I think because we all know Arn Anderson ain't doing shit with his old ass. I feel like the Luchasaurus aspect is where it's going to be. I feel like Luchasaurus is going to cost Wardlow the match to give Christian a small little title run that ain't going to mean shit in the end. But to kind of think, Christian is a way to say, hey.
But that's the problem. Now, you just made my point. His title reign won't mean dick. Stop having meaningless title reigns. Stop it.
This is an AEW we're talking about here, man.
Oh, I'm willing to fucking word.
All right, next match. Where was I going with this? Oh, Orange Cassidy, Wednesday night, was asked who his next challenger was. It was pretty much said, I don't know. If anybody wants to challenge for this title, go talk to Tony. A whole bunch of people wanted to do it. So Tony decided there's 20 of them, one of him. We're going to have a 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal for the AEW International Championship.
Pause. Frank says, hello, it was my powerful melatonin kicking in. Go to fucking bed.
But a Blackjack Battle Royal, because since there's 20 of them and one of him, we're going to call it a Blackjack. But so far, the only people that have been named are Aaron Solo, QT Marshall, and Powerhouse Hobbs, along with, of course, Orange Cassidy.
So. God damn it.
I knew this was going to get him, folks.
So go back to go fuck yourself. So, explain this to me again. What happened Wednesday night?
After Orange Cassidy had his match,
Okay.
he was interviewed, asked who his next challenge, about his next challenger.
Okay.
He said, "I don't care. If you want to fight me, go ask Tony."
Okay.
Apparently, a bunch of guys wanted to have a match with him.
Now, my question:
Mm-hmm.
did we see all these people surrounding Tony?
I don't know. I caught the aftermath.
I'm going to take this two ways. If we saw everybody surrounding Tony,
Mm-hmm.
there's your other 17 assholes. If we didn't see everybody around Tony,
Mm-hmm.
plot twist, you're fine. Fine. But something tells me, because I know AEW so well, that we saw all these assholes around Tony. Because we're idiots.
But here's the thing, though. We can see all these assholes around Tony. Doesn't mean he's going to use all those assholes. He could use some other assholes in place of these assholes. Since he's got 20 million assholes on the roster. Here, let me have some stand-ins. Y'all ain't having the match, but you're just going to stand in. Because you're just fucking here. But as of right now, it's been announced Aaron Solo, Powerhouse Hobbs, and QT Marshall are a part of the match.
And can I just go on record that I think QT Marshall
Mm-hmm.
might honestly be one of the dumbest motherfuckers I have ever fucking encountered. You've been in this business almost 20 years. You debuted on July 4th, 2004. You were trained at the Monster Factory. And mind you, when you look this guy up,
Mm-hmm.
professional wrestling career,
Uh-oh.
early career, 2004 to 2012. So 8 years, almost half of your career. There's only one line entry here. Marshall was trained at the Monster Factory before making his debut in 2004. Full. And Ring of Honor is 2012 and 2016. After sporadic appearances for Ring of Honor, Marshall gained an ROH contract by defeating Matt Tavern, Antonio Thomas, and Vinny, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, in a four-corner survival match at Bowling Point 2012. Marshall was often paired with R.D. Evans as his manager or tag team partner as a comedy duo known as Marshall Law. Cute. Marshall made his last regular appearance for ROH in 2016, teaming with Punisher Martinez to defeat Leon St. Giovanni and Shaheem Ali in a dark match. So for 4 years, you did nothing. You were in the WWE for 4 years. Wow.
4 years.
This is miserable. Prior to his WWE contract, Marshall made his appearance for the WWE in 2011 during Extreme Rules with Cody Rhodes and his undashing gimmick, handing out paper bags to fans. Fine. Marshall made his NXT debut, though not signed to a contract, on September 18, 2013, under the name Michael Q. Laurie, a play on his birthday, losing to Aiden English. On 1/30/14, he would return using his real name, teaming with John Icario and losing to The Ascension. He would appear again in 2016, losing to Baron Corbin in over a minute. The last time he would be seen would be March 29, 2017, going under the name Mike Marshall, teaming with Jonathan Ortunga to lose to the team of Otis and Tucker. So you're a glorified jobber. He would return to Ring of Honor in 2017 on commentary. Shane Taylor would attack Woods at the behest of Marshall, who was revered to be paying Taylor to do so. Yada, 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 yada. Nothing. So you did dick there. And then you joined AEW as part of the Nightmare family.
And have done dick since
And
then.
you do also nothing. So why do I care?
Just another face in
Aaron
the belt.
Solo is an up and coming. I'll give you some credit. Fine. He was initially aligned with the Nightmare family, but then joined the Factory. Fine. Great. He's also engaged to Bailey. He was engaged. That was called off. Fine. You're stupid. So really, reading this is Orange Cassidy versus the Marshall Factory, or whatever the fuck they're calling this now.
Mm-hmm.
The Factory, bite me, and 17 other jabronis.
Yep.
Orange Cassidy, move on.
No Powerhouse Hobbs?
Fuck him.
All right, fine. Let's go with Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm for the AEW Women's Championship match.
Me.
We all win. I was kind of hoping Ruby Soho would be in this instead of Toni Storm.
No, I'm good. There's no bad angles here.
No, there's not.
But I do kind of like Jamie winning here. I think
so too.
I think she's doing great as champion. Britt being there as kind of support is good, and what they're doing with these out like this is
The
one of my
Outcast.
I almost said outsiders. This is one of
Same
my
thing.
more enjoyable storylines to follow. The only thing I didn't like is when the Outcasts were with the Jericho Appreciation Society attacking Adam and Britt, but that was really one time. Fine.
For the storyline.
It was for this, in the ultimate grand scheme of things, it was for the storyline, so I'm okay with it. But Jamie Hayter here.
Same, Jamie. FTR versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Mark Briscoe will serve as a special guest referee.
The fuck are we doing?
What, TNA versus AEW?
Not even that. Not even that. No disrespect to Mark. And all the love in the world to Jay. May he rest in peace. If you're going to do what I think you're going to do,
I think we're on the same page.
to the people I think you're going to do it to, when their titles say the thing that we all know it says, properly go fuck yourself. That might be the thing that will make me stop watching AEW altogether.
The turn, if they do it.
If Mark Briscoe turns and joins Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, that might, honest to God, make me stop watching it because it's dumb. It's stupid. You just had Mark win a match the other night. His family was in the ring, right? FTR has his fucking brother's name on the titles.
Mm-hmm.
Not now. You want to do it in 3 months? Fine. Not now.
But they want to tug at them heartstrings.
Fuck your heartstrings.
I'm just saying. As bad as I'm...
And I don't want to see FTR lose. I like FTR.
I mean, I don't either, but at the end of the day, I feel
Jeff
like...
Jarrett has no business holding a title at 55 years old. No business.
Unfortunately, I see Double J coming out of this.
Line.
Jeff and Jay, Double J. Hey.
I hate it, but go on.
Save that. Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho in an unsanctioned match. So if you've been following this storyline of, Jericho and Adam Cole and them hurting Britt and them want to beat the shit out of each other, so we're going to make it unsanctioned, I get it.
Here's why I like this match. I like Adam Cole as a babyface.
Mm-hmm.
I like him as the face. I like Jericho as a heel. I don't care who they're against. That's number one. But to further this, I just like what they're doing. Right? I have nothing bad to say about it. I don't want to say I have nothing good to say about it. But it's not like annoying to me. It's not one of those things where I'm like, really, like, we've done the right thing here. And so I'm perfectly okay with this. I'd like to see Adam win because it's his first big match since coming back.
I think this is where he gets that.
I'd like to see him win and start repositioning himself in the title picture.
So were you able to catch Wednesday night anything about the match between Roddy and Jericho?
Where they ended up outside and
Yeah.
Adam Cole beat the fuck out of him? Yeah.
To skirt the rules, I kind of like that, not gonna lie.
I love that.
You know, everybody banned from ringside or inside the Coliseum, so to speak.
Yeah.
And then you know, slowly bring him outside. Oh, come on.
You're dumb enough to fall for that? Fuck you. You deserve that.
I love it. End of the day, Adam Cole is, you know.
Like, if you weren't going toward, and I get it. Right. Excuse me. I get it. We're telling a story, and Jericho's placating to it all. You've been in the business for 30 years. That's a door. That door goes outside.
You know the rules to your match.
You know what you've done. That's not the arena.
Yep.
Loophole.
This is probably one of the few things in AEW that I have seen and loved. You know, the idea behind it. You know, this. It to me, this smells of this wasn't Tony's idea.
There's no way it could be. Too good.
Way too good. End of the day, Adam Cole, baby, all the way. The one you've probably been waiting for. Let me make sure I've called that match. Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie in a singles match for the TBS Women's Championship. Now, before you say anything, to set this match up, last night on Rampage, Jade Cargill comes out for number 59, makes the win, squash match in seconds. Ask for number 60, let's do it right then and there. Number 60 walks out on the ramp. Taya Valkyrie comes out there and beats the shit out of her. Taya then proceeds to the ring, beats the shit out of Jade, and says it's us in a match at Double or Nothing. What are your thoughts, good sir? Because I know you're so ready for this.
I truly, honest to God, could not give a fuck about Jade Cargill anymore.
Oh, and to make matters even worse, today they announced today was her 500th day as reign as TBS champion.
Fuck yourself. Eat shit and die. Because I'm over
the Goldberg run.
I'm over the Goldberg run. I'm over literally not having anybody be able to beat her. To the point that you've gone through multiple people several times over.
Yep.
Right, we're at 60. Why?
I think
unnecessary.
I feel like Taya Valkyrie's coming out of this, and Jade Cargill is going to be 59-1. She's never going to see 60. We'll have a new TBS champion.
She better not.
What?
See 60.
I feel like we're going to see a new TBS champion, and they can do something else with Jade. You can either send her to the Women's Championship, or you can let her cool off for a moment. Fuck it, let her cool off for a bit. Let her kind of, get her,
Better.
Oh shit, I am kind of touchable. I am not, as invincible as I thought I once was. Now you have Taya Valkyrie as your new Women's TBS champion, and you can actually make that title mean something a little more than just, I've held this title for 500 days and beat 59 other women. Ooh.
It's just dumb.
I know. And away from that match, match number 8. Blackpool Combat Club versus versus the Elite, Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Hangman Adam Page in a Anarchy in the Arena match. which was set up this past Wednesday night with the return of Hangman Adam Page.
Chris says, we stand Jade Cargill. I loved Jade for a while. At first I didn't. Then I liked it. Now I'm over it. I think she's gotten immensely better in the ring. Immensely better. But the title run's got to stop. We need to develop her character more.
Oh, so that's what this type of match is. That's bullshit.
What?
Looking at what the Anarchy in the Arena match
You
is.
don't know what it is?
A Texas Tornado match.
It's the fucking thing. If I remember correctly, this is the same match where they beat the shit out of the Jericho Appreciation Society, and we thought they killed a guy.
See, the last one they had was last year's Double or Nothing with Appreciation Society versus Blackpool Combat Club, Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz. And
Yeah, we thought
Okay.
they killed a guy.
Okay.
This was the match where. Let me see that. Pull that back up.
It's just redirecting it to
Shut up. Because I'm right. Double or Nothing.
2022.
2022 results. It was Daniel Garcia
Mm-hmm.
that got bloodied by Bryan Danielson.
Okay.
And Eddie Kingston and John Moxley were taken out by Chris Jericho and Jake Hager. This was like 22 minutes of just uncomfort.
Gotcha.
It was borderline uncomfortable.
But we're getting this match again. But with the new eye patch wearing Hangman Adam Page. Arg, matey, I'm a cowboy now. But I think the Elite's getting some revenge on the Blackpool Combat Club.
I would like to see the Elite get revenge. But I don't want to see the Blackpool Combat Club lose this match 2 years in a row either.
I thought they won last year. I thought Cloud.
No, read it. I just fucking read it to you. Got their asses kicked.
Oh. Shit.
Because they lost it there, and I wonder if it was at 21's Double or Nothing. Looking right now.
Okay.
No, it was not.
That's right, because this was the debut of no, it wasn't. Because Claudio wasn't in it just yet. Nope, that's right.
Correct.
Then I'm thinking of a different match.
At the time, the Blackpool Combat Club was just Bryan Danielson and John Moxley. I don't think Wheeler Yuta was there yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he wouldn't show up till April 8th. And that event was, what day? May 29th.
Okay. You're right.
Yeah, I'm staring at it.
But at the end of the day, I feel like the Elite really needs to get their revenge, unless Jackass comes out there and screws them over again.
Don Callis?
Yep, most punchable
God.
face in wrestling history.
I hate the guy so much.
Yep. You and me both. And finally, for the main event,
Read the damn thing.
a Pillars 4-way match for the AEW.
Try that again? That's stupid.
For the AEW World Championship match. MJF versus Sammy Guevara versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Darby Allin.
I love MJF as champion. So it's really hard for me to say
That you want somebody else to win it?
that I want him to win it. Well, yeah, you're right. Then I want somebody else to win it.
I know what you meant.
Every fiber of my being wants to see Jungle Boy Jack Perry win this.
Mm.
If I had to rank them, and taking MJF out of it, Jungle Boy, Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin.
I think I'd have to agree on that point.
And Sammy is really, really close to being tied with
Jungle Boy.
Boy. Darby Allin, go fuck yourself. I like Darby Allin. I do.
I don't think it's.
I don't think he's ready for
No.
that kind of responsibility.
No, at the end of the day, no.
I just don't think he's the right person for it. I could be wrong. But I would really, like, that would be, the Cinderella story would be Jack Perry winning it.
I think if anybody other than MJF wins it, for some reason I feel like it's Sammy.
I can see Sammy winning it. I wouldn't hate that.
I wouldn't either. I don't see us getting that Jungle Boy Jack Perry moment that we all would love to have. I feel like at the end of the day, the outcome is going to be MJF, and if it's anybody else, it's going to be Sammy. To kind of continue this thing that, MJF kind of had with Sammy, because we all knew at the end of the day what MJF wanted. He wanted an easy win at Double or Nothing when he had Sammy win it all.
Yep.
And he thought he could get it.
And that didn't happen.
Nope. Now we have this 4-way. But that could be another easy win in a sense, because we all know all you got to do is watch your opponents beat the shit out of each other and pin somebody.
This is an MJF match to capitalize on. So he can very easily win it.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a fatal 4-way, so no DQ. Do anything you fucking want.
Yep.
If I was MJF, I'd bring a pair of fucking handcuffs to everybody in the match and be like, hey, I win.
Yeah, at a certain point, just start handcuffing people when they're down.
Yep. You can't kick out of a pin if you're handcuffed.
Very true. So when you look at everything, Double or Nothing has more matches. And to a certain extent, they have more high-profile matches with the Anarchy in the Arena, the Four Pillars match, the Jericho-Adam Cole match.
CBS Women's Championship, as much as you hate it. Taya Valkyrie.
But to an extent, right? If anything, I would probably say, with the ramifications of that do hold more. And the tag match, right? Those 5. If I had to put those 5 up against WWE's 5, it's a hard call to make. Right? Especially when you take into account that at some point,
I feel like with WWE, if you're looking at implications of each match, in WWE, you're only going to get 2, really, and that's going to be Bloodline and World Title match.
yeah.
If you look at any others, there's really no big implications in these matches.
All right, so let's do this. You take the Four Pillars match. I wish I could just edit on the fly on live. And you take the
Bloodline.
No.
No?
Let's keep this even keel.
Okay.
Championship match.
Okay.
Okay. Put those 2 up against each other. Right? AJ versus Cody or the Four Pillars. I think AJ versus Cody has a better ramifications. Like on the other side of this, you're gonna be able to tell new stories. On the AEW side, with the I don't want to say the threat, right? But the possibility that MJF can steal one.
Yep.
It's very, very possible to say that WWE would take that match. If you want to compare the women, you have Bianca Belair versus Asuka on one side. And then you have to take Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie on the other side. Because, Jamie and Tony is a good match. But it doesn't have the same ramifications because that story won't be over. If Tony wins, that they're still going to keep on keeping on with Jamie for right now. If Taya wins, you have the downfall of the Jade Empire.
Correct.
right? You have the downfall of the most dominant woman in WWE AEW history.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm saying something. So for that, you have to give it, in my opinion, to AEW.
Yep.
We look at the tag title match, FTR versus Jarrett and Lethal on one side, and then Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus. Did I say AJ and Cody? I meant AJ and Seth. We've been doing this for an hour and 40 minutes. Cut me a break. If we have Owens, Zayn versus the Bloodline, that right, I don't need to say anything else. Unfortunately, and
Correct.
no disrespect to the talent in AEW in the tag match, but we know there's going to be something that's going to make us go, what the fuck, with WWE. Both have the opportunity to make me go, what the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But the star power, the true ramifications, if Roman does win those two titles, does win the the tag titles, we're looking at a whole different landscape.
Yeah.
If Jarrett and Lethal win, yeah, all right, cool. Great for them. Sucks that FTR lost. Pissed me the fuck off if Briscoe helped them. But life still moves on.
So WWE is going to grab that one. Understandable.
Gunther versus Ali. You have to put it up against the Battle Royal.
Oh,
Huh?
no anarchy in the arena. No.
I'm keeping it even keel. I'm going to go somewhere with this.
Okay.
Secondary title to secondary title. You have to give it to Gunther Ali because there's too many variables in a battle royale for it to be truly a good match. And knowing that you have pretty much the Factory versus Orange Cassidy just says you're going to put 17 nobodies in this match.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they bring somebody back that's injured or surprise the world with a Pac or something like that, he ain't losing the title. Now, in that same sentence, Gunther versus Ali, there's a good chance Gunther's not losing that title. But I know Gunther Ali has the opportunity to be a better match because it's not going to be pure chaos.
True.
And then, what is that? 4? What am I missing? Other than Brock, am I missing one? Yeah. Brock and Cody. Part of me wants to put it up against the Anarchy in the arena match, but then that's giving it to AEW. The other part of me wants to put up against Adam Cole and Chris Jericho because it's a one-on-one match.
Mm-hmm.
So if I take that into account, we know Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho is going to be great.
Yep.
The unsanctioned part of it leaves so much to the imagination of what they can do, where they can go. Because they're not afraid to go all over the arena.
Yeah.
Or outside, for that matter. With Brock and Cody, this has the opportunity to be a 5-minute match. So it's got to go to AEW here because of potential. And that's what we're talking about, right? It has the potential to be better. So if my calculations are right, that puts 3 in the WWE category and 2 in the AEW category.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But AEW has 4 other matches, one of them being Anarchy in the arena.
That could set them above.
That could set them above. And of the 4 matches, right, Anarchy in the arena, Hayter and Tony, the 6-man tag match nobody gives a fuck about. What's the other one?
Let's see, Jamie, the Wardlow.
The TNT title.
Yep.
Which you can put that one up against. There you go. You can put that one up against. Don't change it because it still stands Gunther Ali.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I didn't change anything.
Right?
I think I accidentally erased it all, but
but it still stands Gunther Ali
correct.
because Wardlow Christian Cage in a ladder match, you have that Luchasaurus factor. We know it's not going to be. We're already telling an underdog story with the wrong person. Wardlow shouldn't be the underdog. You shouldn't frame him that way. It's not believable that way.
Correct.
So I'm gonna disagree to the poll
Okay.
purely on the account of the ramifications out of Night of Champions are higher than the ramifications post Double or Nothing. And when you take comparable matches, WWE takes it home. Now, again, I could sit here in 2 weeks and eat a lot of crow. And I'm okay with that. Sometimes I want to be wrong. But I'm not 100% sure I will be. Because I at this point, I know AEW, I know WWE, I know what they're capable of, and not much surprises me anymore.
True that.
So, with that, I disagree to the poll.
Okay.
Do you have anything else? No, I do have one more thing I want to talk about.
Oh hell.
AEW Collision. We talked about it last week, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse. But if I've ever said I told you so before and meant it, it's WCW fucking light. It's the Nitro logo all the fuck over again. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
It's probably WWE put a stop to that.
Look, just damn it.
But again, I guess they really can't. Yeah, you might have used the same colors and fonts and scheme, but come up with something original.
It's just frustrating. There's nothing wrong with Dynamite. There's nothing wrong with Rampage. Adding another show just says you're not doing the two you have the way you should be. Because you're going to frame, and again, I love these people. I love Thunder Rosa. I love Samoa Joe. I love Andrade.
You don't need Collision. You could have taken Rampage and turned it into what Collision is going to be.
Silent Hill says, if I don't get CM Punk back, I'm not watching. Sounds like you're not watching, pal.
Yeah, if everything we've heard is true, you ain't watching.
But it's just so frustrating.
It is, and I 100% agree to. Huh?
Be careful pulling on that.
Oh, okay.
I don't want you to pull the cord out.
They could have taken Rampage and made what Collision is. Instead, they just wanted to find a new fucking name.
Repackage it. You could have said, hey, we're not going to call it Rampage anymore. We're going to call it Collision.
Yeah, we're going to cancel Rampage and have Collision.
You could have very easily done that. I just don't get it. I don't get adding a third show. WWE's not even doing that. Why do you feel the need? And
because they want Rampage to be NXT and have their own Raw and SmackDown is exactly what it is.
WWE has 3 shows. Fine.
Well, I wasn't trying to get at that, but I'm just saying this is what AEW is trying to do. They're trying to be.
It's very clear that WWE has 2 shows for the main roster and 1 show for NXT, which is another brand in of itself, right? But they don't call it WWE NXT.
It's meant to.
Hold on, I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
Here. It's just called NXT. We know it's a division of WWE, but things are different down there. It's been established. Bringing Collision in and saying, we're going to base this show. And I think that's what I have the biggest problem with. Around Thunder Rosa, Samoa Joe, Miro, and Andrade. 4 people who aren't on TV. You're not even basing them around like up-and-coming people. Not a single one of those people. No disrespect. Like, love all of them so much.
Oh,
But,
and
hold on.
okay.
No disrespect, but they don't need the show based around them. Take these people that you have signed that aren't on fucking TV and do something with them.
I think
That aren't a household name.
well, that's part of the aspect of what they're trying to do with the whole Collision Dynamite. It's yes, you have these big stars are going to be your stars for now, but then you're having the others on this. You can have more since they're going to be separate now. They have a better chance of being on the show instead of.
I will tell you right now, if I see anybody on Collision in the same week be on Rampage or Dynamite, everything you just said becomes useless.
The only ones you actually will see will be the champions.
No. If you're gonna do this,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to do it like WWE, set the only person I should see on Rampage and Dynamite is MJF. Right? TNT. What Rampage is on TNT, right? One's on TNT, one's on TBS.
I'm not sure.
But you think Rampage is on TNT for argument's sake?
Well, Rampage is going to be their developmental.
Stop. We're going somewhere with the title thing.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck who's going to be developmental. We're talking about the titles right now.
Mm-hmm.
You have the TBS title for the women. That goes to the TBS show. The AEW women's title stays on the TNT show. The International Championship goes to the TBS show. The TNT title stays on TNT. The tag titles and the World Heavyweight title are the only 2 that should go back and forth.
So they should be the only 2 floaters.
Yep. And even that shouldn't last long. You're trying to build it as a different brand. Now, with Collision, should have a whole new set of titles. A whole new set. You want it to be different. You want to have a developmental. You want to have something.
You want a brand split.
You want to rank your shows.
Mm-hmm.
You better have me a fucking way to care. Because you tell me right now that Rampage becomes developmental, I don't need to watch it then. Because you have proven to me you can't develop dick. Because you can't develop, you have 4 hours of TV a week,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't develop anything to hold my interest. And you had 6 hours,
Yep.
and you still couldn't get it. That's my problem. You got anything else?
No.
All right, so as of right now, guys, no show next week. As far as in this very ring goes, that may change as the days go on. Obviously, if you see the notification, great. We're gonna, regardless of the fact whether we do a show, don't do a show, we're gonna try to put something out during Saturday. It really will all depend upon how busy he is going to be. But we do get a really unique opportunity next week to have Silent Hill in Houston with us for Comic Palooza. So if we can get him to come on and do stuff, do the video, do whatever, we're definitely going to try to do that. So keep an eye out for us throughout Comic Palooza weekend. You know, I may end up meeting Mick Foley, so there's a good chance of seeing some pictures from that. But yeah, so I don't know what that's going to look like. Monday night, we do have Fandemonium. We did have to make an audible. Last week, we announced it was going to be Tom and Nate. Because Tom's not available, I'm scrapping that whole pairing for right now. We'll revisit that later.
How dare you, Tom?
Again, he doesn't speak for me. We are going to run with Ralph and Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be Monday night's pairing. Ralph versus Ryan on Fandemonium.
That ought to be a good one.
So that'll be 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. We're going to do that. And I think Ralphie is going to, throughout that, also be live reacting to the Lakers game. I think. So we're going to get a lot of fun to pick on him throughout all of that.
Oh, and you did read my mind Monday night.
How so?
When the ticker was choosing as to who was for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had said something about I was,
Oh, how scared you were that it was going to land on you?
Oh, yeah, because it came really close. I was like...
It came... And I'm sitting there going, yes.
Because my name was right next to Tom's, and it just went... I'm like, yeah!
And I do want to acknowledge something. We'll acknowledge it Monday as well. I want to apologize to Brian Daly and Rob Brinkman.
Oh, shit.
In hindsight, we were victims of getting in our own way. Frank and I were. Some of those questions were really difficult, so we apologize. We hope that you guys will give us another shot. We're still working the kinks out.
Kinky.
Stop it. So, I don't know any better. We got too excited, too in our own way, so we apologize to you gentlemen on that. But yeah, Pandemonium at 9:30 Eastern on Monday. And no show for us next week. Probably, maybe. We'll figure something out. I don't know. Because I looked at the schedule, so we're going to talk about it. But that is it for us tonight. We want to thank Dr. Paul Vidal and his team for sponsoring our poll question, which you see right there. Double or Nothing will be the better pay-per-view next weekend. I disagreed. What did you agreed?
I agreed.
You agreed. Change your mind at all?
No, I think I'm going to agree to it.
Okay. So we want to thank them for sponsoring our poll
Close.
question. SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com, 2 locations, Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our doc. Make him yours. We also want to thank Alan Z Travel for sponsoring tonight's episode. Alan Z Travel specializes in creating vacation your dreams at Disney, Universal, or wherever your heart calls you. Let their talented team of travel experts, including yours truly, create a custom vacation for you without any of the stress. Walt Disney World 2024 packages go on sale May 31st, so we can start planning your next magical vacation for you for next year. Sailings have already been announced for 2024. Some resorts are already doing 2024. Disneyland's really the only one I know we're waiting on for sure, and I think part of Universal. But we can start booking into next year already. So contact us at alanz-travel.com/take the trip. We can start planning as early as tonight. For Butters, I'm Ritz. We'll see you guys when we see you, but until then, tell somebody you love them. Peace, love, and joy. We're out.